If you've ever solo queued ranked in Apex, you know how frustrating it can be. This season, I'm trying something different. Instead of blaming random teammates, I'm focusing on what I can control. My decisions, my mistakes, and just getting better at the game. I've peaked in Diamond, but I've never legitimately hit Masters. So this season, I'm solo queuing Gibby to see how far I can climb. And I'll break down exactly what I'm thinking along the way. Immediately, I noticed my altar and lifeline had the same clan tag, so I'm assuming they're a duo. And as Gibby, I want to stay fairly close to the altar because she gives us an escape option if we get caught in a bad position. I know fragment's always heavily contested, so I don't want to fall behind my teammates while I loot, so I'm trying to do this quickly.
Round 1, beginning ring countdown.
Already the next ring. The fun can come to us.
Attention, first blood.
All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, so I'm hearing multiple teams fighting around streamer building, but I don't really want to jump into the middle of that. There's teams on either side of us, so I'm trying to play the edge of the fight, deal damage, and wait for something clean to open up. You know, my instinct is usually to be aggressive, but solo queues taught me that you don't always know what your teammates are seeing or planning, and sometimes a better play is just being patient. So yeah, again, I hear teams at the streamer building and on the other side of the train tracks there, so just trying to stay on the edge as much as possible.
Give me my shield to recharge.
They're on both sides now.
Yeah, so at this point, my teammate calls that there's another team behind us, which is actually a much cleaner fight than throwing ourselves into the 4-team mess in front of us. So we're going to check out what's going on. And we hear a res, so we're planning to get involved here.
In here?
Yeah, so we absolutely fry the Gibby in the window. Try to get a grenade in there, but it's stuck on the window, unfortunately. I think we're going to try and make a push into the building, but the comms get a little confusing here because they ping near them, so I'm not really sure. And as you can see, I'm kind of lost as to like where, I kind of lose sight of where they're pinging and where the enemies are.
Attention,
He's like lagging out right now. Fortunate timing.
Get an easy knock on the Watson that was trying to fight my teammate.
Other guy's gonna be healing over there for a minute.
Killed an enemy.
It's a little awkward at this particular point because our lifeline is lagging out. So we're just trying to wait around for him to come back.
Gibraltar's upgraded and feeding fire.
Okay, he's done lagging. He's done lagging.
The altar
Yeah, he's good.
comms that his teammate's back. He's done lagging, so good to go. My team pings that there's a squad underneath us, so I know this is about to get pretty chaotic. I get the knock on the horizon as she's coming up the zip, and at the same time I hear someone coming from the other zip line. I drop immediately because I know that my Gibby bubble's on the bottom floor, so if he drops, it's going to be a really unfavorable fight for him.
Broken here.
Now I'm just trying to figure out what's actually happening. Altar's knocked, there are players moving through both zip lines, and I'm not even completely sure how many teams are involved. A Wraith drops down and queues away, then an Altar drops down, I get some shots on her, and she queues out too. So at this point, I'm basically thinking, what's going on? I'm trying to slow everything down, stay alive, and get some kind of read on the fight. I peek the zip line and catch the Wraith coming up. Thankfully, she's already weak, so I'm able to get the knock. I throw another bubble just to give myself a few seconds to breathe and figure out what I need to do next.
Try to res on the thing.
My teammate comms that I should go for the res, and I'm basically trusting that he has a better read on the situation than I do. He sees someone running away, so I commit to the res. And thankfully, we get the full reset here, which is huge.
Worries, brother. I got you.
I'm going to skip past this reset phase here and get right into the next bit of action.
Bro, holy shit.
My teammate goes down trying to get involved in another fight, and unfortunately there's a second team here. At this point, I'm just looking for a safe way to get my altar back up.
I'm tappable in like 2 seconds.
He lets me know he's safe underneath, so I drop down, bubble, and get the res.
What an actual freak, bro.
Come on, my brother. Jimmy's got your back. All right.
At this point, we know there are two teams above us, so we have to be really careful about how we approach this. We peek out and immediately start taking shots from height, and they've got a really nasty head glitch. This is just not a fight we want to take from here.
And we
So I
play
tell my
inside?
teammates, let's get back to height and see if we can create an advantage from there. And we reposition.
They're right here.
I got Bub as well.
I do make a mistake here
How many
though.
new
I see the
help
Gibby
is
ult come
there?
down and I decide to hold my
I mean,
bubble
Gibby
because I
ult,
think my
sorry, not
teammates are
Gibby
going to be safe from it. Looking back, that was way too greedy. I should have just bubbled them immediately instead of trying to save my Q. It ends up working out, but that's definitely
one,
something I
knock
could
one
have done better. The Watson I knocked with my
Knock one,
bubble
zip.
here is the same one I knocked
Knock one.
earlier, so they obviously got the
Are you
res
gonna
off
drop
and
with
brought
me?
her back into the game. As soon as I get
Drop
the
with me,
knock,
lay
I
down
call
low.
for my teammates to drop down with me so we can capitalize on it together. And once I see the Gibby
Knocked.
drop down too, I know exactly what he's trying to do. He's going for the res. Thankfully, I react early enough to get down there before he can throw the bubble. I catch him mid-res, finish the fight, and turn that knock into a clean kill.
Something, I mean, shit. A little bit hurt.
We get back on height here, and at this point, we're really just trying to figure out what our next move is. We can see a few different teams in the area, one in the building to our right, another to our left, and one farther out. So I'm estimating there are roughly 3
Try to
teams
get
around
Steven
us.
here. Yeah.
For now, we're just taking advantage of the position and looking for some free poke
Going this way.
damage.
Reloading.
Level 3.
I'm getting shot. Rings not far. Shield cracked. Recharging shields.
We should probably just try to push over here near zone.
Yeah.
Not far from the ring.
My teammate calls that we should reposition a little closer to zone, and wherever the altar goes, I go. Especially when I'm solo queuing with a duo, I think my job is pretty simple. Stay with the duo. I don't want to be the random third who's off doing his own thing.
Rings around the corner. 10 left.
Yeah, they're fighting near the...
We want to play in on that a little bit, or?
Yeah, I'm down.
As we move up, my teammate asks if we want to get involved in the fight ahead of us, and of course, I'm always down. We can see a Gibby ult going off in the distance, so we're not just blindly running in. And because we have an altar with a Nexus, we've got a little bit of insurance.
Where's your...
If things go really bad, we have a way to get out.
Yeah, we got port, so... But they're on top of this hill.
I call out another team on top of the hill, and with everyone fighting around us, we're really just trying to be annoying here. Find angles, deal damage, and grief these teams as much as we can while we're in a good position
Can
to
I
do
slip
it.
down?
Spotted. Firing.
Right here.
Hostile over there.
One close.
Here.
Rock, brick.
My teammate pings someone close to him, so I immediately reposition to help.
Oh, I just got sniped. What the hell?
My teammate calms from behind that he's getting pushed, and as soon as I turn around, I start taking damage. So I immediately throw my bubble to keep myself from getting cracked any further. I want to freeze it right here because this is one of those small decisions that matters a lot in Apex. I'm cracked. I've already started the bat. And finishing it would obviously be the safer play for me. But look at what's happening. My teammate is directly in front of me about to fight this guy, and the enemy's attention is completely on him. So I have a choice. Do I finish the bat and take my gun out of the fight? Or do I trust that I'm safe for a few seconds, cancel the heal, and help my teammate? I decide to cancel the bat, because in this moment, 2 guns shooting this guy is more valuable than me getting my shields back. And as soon as we resume, you'll see how quickly that decision pays off. And just like that, we get the knock. That's why it's so important to keep your gun in the fight in Apex. Finding that balance between healing and shooting is one of those intangible skills that the really good players, master players, preds, pros, seem to understand perfectly.
Killed an enemy.
I throw my ult here trying to grief some of the teams rotating behind us. Looking back though, I think this was kind of a waste. I probably should have just held on to it. My teammate comms that he almost cracked a purple shield in front of him, so I know there are probably teams rotating around this rock. I start working my way around, so I'm ready if we get into another fight. I get some really good damage on the Mad Maggie in front of me, but then I start taking shots from further away. I'm assuming from one of our teammates. So I bubble and use the opportunity to pop a Phoenix kit.
Down one, down one.
Then my teammate comms that he got a knock. At that point, we want to be aggressive. We've got an advantage, and we want to capitalize on it before they have a chance to reset.
He's flash, he's flash,
I get
he's
some
flash.
good damage on the rampart and call for us
Shoot
to
the
shoot
rampart,
out her
shields are out.
shields
Shield
so we can
shields
keep
are out,
pushing
rampart
forward.
shields are out.
We break through those, get some more damage, and we're trying to put as much pressure on this team as possible.
Oh, he's literally one. I'm running at him.
Not too far, but we should hustle.
Guy down here, 1 HP.
And then, random Octane. I can't quite finish him, but thankfully my
He's
teammate
literally
does.
one, and I missed him.
Nice,
Ah,
nice,
killed him, I
nice,
killed him, I
nice.
killed him.
There's still a Gibby running away, but I decided not to chase him through zone. At this point, I'm getting pretty low on ammo and supplies, and chasing one guy into zone could easily turn into us throwing a good position. We've got boxes right here, so instead of forcing the chase, I decide it makes more sense to loot up, reset, and make sure we're ready for whatever comes next. It's round 3, zone is closing, and we're honestly not in a great spot to rotate. Looking back, maybe we could have used an evac tower here,
Heavy mag.
but even then, we'd be flying directly towards teams that we already know are in front of us. At this point, there really isn't a perfect option, we just have to move and try to fight our way in.
No heavy ammo on this dude either.
None?
Nope. Here, I can drop you like a stack, but I don't have very much.
Alright. I'm with you, Keg.
Ooh, yeah, we did. Oh, I guess, yeah, it is ring 3, actually. We cannot go that way. Oh, right up on us!
Oh, what the?
And of course, we immediately run into another team doing the exact same thing.
Or Riffle, shit, his name's Riffle in this game.
It gets pretty chaotic here. There's a Gibby bubble in front of me. I throw my own bubble. I'm taking zone damage, and at this point, I just have to commit and keep
This
moving
is not
forward.
good.
So I basically yeet myself over the Gibby bubble, catch this guy off guard, and absolutely fry him. From here, I'm just trying to stay alive while supporting my teammates however I can.
Down one. Recharging shield.
Popping him back, popping him back.
We finish the Gibby, I get inside the building, and then this guy just comes out of nowhere. Thankfully, I'm able to win the 1v1 with the Akimbo P2020s. And by the way, these things absolutely fry. My teammate starts using a mobile respawn beacon here, and there's another small decision I want to point out. I had already started a med kit, but I know he's completely vulnerable while he's stuck in that respawn animation, so I quickly cancel the heal, throw my bubble over him, and then go right back to healing. It costs me almost nothing, but it pretty much guarantees that he can get the res off safely.
Does this guy have any heavy?
At this point, we're having a really good game.
Yes, he
I've got
does.
9 KP, there are 7 squads left, and most importantly, we're finally inside zone.
No,
So now the game changes a little bit. We don't need to force anything. Our priority is placement, figuring out where everybody is, and taking free damage whenever teams give it to us.
Hey. I have so many bats. Way too many bats.
Oh, third floor is
Here.
trapped.
I don't think there's anybody on it.
I'm gonna break this third floor. Freaking garbage.
We're not. Well, actually, we're technically in. We could play the very edge of this, but here.
Target spotted.
Hey, give you all to the top. Can we take this building, maybe?
We hear fighting nearby, and I suggest that we take this building while it's still available. It's deeper in zone, and I don't think anybody's
They're fighting,
occupying
so
it.
take it, maybe.
I'm gonna throw
My
a
teammate
Nexus
drops a
here.
Nexus in our current building first, which gives us a really nice safety
Maybe
net.
we take this.
If the rotation goes badly or we need to reset, we have a way back to a building that we already know is safe. We make the move, the new building is completely free, and now we've got a really strong position heading into the final zones. From here, there honestly isn't a ton to commentate.
Play top floor,
We're
maybe?
mostly just gathering information.
There's
We know there's a
people
team in
that
one
have
building,
white.
another team around the middle building, and we can hear people fighting and rezzing around us. Once we see the next zone, though, our job becomes pretty simple. Shoot the teams that have to move. There's a team behind us sitting comfortably inside their building, and I tell my teammates that we really don't need to worry about them. Unless they make a terrible decision, they have absolutely no reason to leave. The teams outside of zone are the ones we want to focus. They eventually have to rotate toward us, so we want to make that rotation as miserable as possible. So I'm basically just using the Gibby arm shield, peeking windows, and putting as much damage into those teams as I can.
Team behind us.
The team in the middle building eventually has to leave as well, so we're watching for that rotation. We have the better position, and we're just shooting anybody who's forced to rotate toward us.
Yeah.
Making contact with
I
the enemy.
think they're not the priority. Every team that's out in front of us is priority.
Yeah.
Knocked.
Target spotted.
Team here.
Target over there. Cancel that.
Team here. Team in the middle. Team in this building where the Gibby bubble is.
Oh shit, we got perfect zone.
Yeah. The team behind us I'm not worried about because they're in zone. It's everyone else that's out here.
Yeah, as long as they don't push us.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't. They
They
shouldn't.
shouldn't, they're
Unless they're
smart.
nuts.
Hey!
Using a Phoenix kit.
guess I don't really have ammo to waste until people start dying. I can pull from boxes and stuff, but.
Rampart here.
Reloading.
Yeah, we're chilling. I think that team in the middle has to jump off too. This team has to jump off.
There, I got some ammo. Do you still need heavy ammo?
I'm okay. I got one. I got over 200. I'm good.
Okay. Not too.
Knock this guy right here.
Feeling there's trouble that way.
Can I get a fin? No, I can't. Our lifeline resing here.
The guys behind us are close to our side now. I hear them moving around and stuff.
Team up here. Shoot this. Shoot this. Shoot this. They just jumped. They just jumped.
My void nexus is lost.
Wait, this is for.
Here. He's hurt.
Wow, tried it.
Nice.
I got a frag in there on the second floor. We got a knock.
Yeah, just keep.
Oh, I got
Oh,
I do
crap,
accidentally fall out of the window here, which could have been really bad. Thankfully, I don't get
Oh,
punished
yeah,
for it,
yeah,
and I'm able to climb straight back up to my team.
Right on
Then
us.
my teammate comms that somebody is right on him, so immediately I'm preparing for another fight.
Give me my shield to recharge.
Are they underneath us?
I did knock one of them out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Right here.
We're chilling. We're chilling. We're
Wait, no.
chilling.
I think I'm lying.
Enemy shield.
Caught him back.
Under us, right under us.
Yeah.
We realize
Just
there's a
chill,
team
just chill,
underneath us
chill,
on the
chill,
first
chill.
floor, and once my teammate gets a knock, we have to
Okay, okay.
capitalize. We cannot give this team enough time to reset and get the res.
The resing?
I pushed downstairs, unfortunately run straight through a Watson fence, but I
Big
still get
damage, big
huge
damage, big
damage with the
damage.
P2020s.
Got 'em all, got 'em
That
all.
makes it an
Shoot,
easy
shoot,
cleanup
shoot,
for my teammates. And now we're down to the final few
Yeah,
squads.
oh my god, I feel like I'm taking
We know there's definitely a team in the building to our right, and we're still trying to figure out exactly where everybody else is. We also have to decide how we want to play the final zone. Do we stay upstairs, or do we move down and play underneath the building?
I can teleport us through the wall whenever we have to leave, or we can jump off third floor. Or you can just shoot them if you're gonna walk out that door, really.
Yeah, I'm down for.
I'm gonna take nades. Grab these nades.
Final ring closing.
All right. So where do we jump out? Do we jump out up top or bottom? Cause I have bub and I have ult.
Bottom's
We decided to play the
easy.
bottom floor.
Okay,
Watch us
yeah,
jump
I
out,
like it.
but
Where are these other? Where's the others? Where are the other teams? In that
team
building.
definitely in the right building. I think they
Over
might
here.
be caught
Oh, they're
in the bottom
fighting.
of the building.
I peek out just to gather some information, figure out where
124.
these last teams are, and I managed to get a pretty easy knock on the Revenant.
Bottom bat, bottom bat.
My teammate gets another knock as well, so now we're in an excellent spot. And this is where we just slow everything down. There's no reason to throw the
Saving
game
ult, saving
now.
ult.
I tell my teammates that as zone closes, my plan is to use Gibby ult and then bubble so we can create some space for ourselves.
I'm dropping ult. I'm gonna throw ult and then I'm
I
gonna throw a
have tons of
bubble.
nades as well.
Clock stop flying.
Box resing. They're getting it off too. It's getting off no matter what here. They just give me all
Looking back though, I actually
Bub,
panic a
bub,
little
bub,
bit
bub,
here.
on you, bubbing on you,
We
bubbing
were
on
still
you.
safe underneath the building on the right, and I really didn't need to use both abilities. I think I saw my teammate exposed, and my instinct was just, I need to protect him. The bubble was fine, but
To
the
the
ult
left,
was
to the left, to the left,
unnecessary.
I got hits.
I could have
Left,
bubbled
here,
my
left.
lifeline, kept everybody saved, and held the ult for a few more seconds when it might have actually been useful.
You give me ult?
Thankfully, it didn't cost us. And because I have power amp, I'm able to get another bubble back pretty quickly. So now we're just waiting for that bubble to disappear and trying to figure out exactly where our
bubble,
shots
bubble.
need to go once everybody's forced into the open.
Well, once this bubble goes away, I think I'm under
My teammates
hi,
clean up
guys,
the
hi.
last couple of players, and that's the dub.
Nice,
Go,
dude.
bro.
Let's go. Huge game.
Wow, GG's, man. I'm happy you carried the start, because, I mean, my god.
Huge game.
I finished with 3,300 damage, 8 kills, 6 assists, and I'm pretty sure this was actually a new personal best for me on Gibby. There are definitely a handful of decisions I'd change looking back at it, but that's kind of the entire point of doing these breakdowns. Figure out what worked, figure out what didn't, and hopefully make the better decision the next time I'm in the same situation. So yeah, not a bad way to start the series. Obviously not every game is going to look like this, and that's kind of the point. I want to document the good games, the rough nights, and everything that comes with trying to climb solo queue with the time I have. We'll see where this season takes me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.